Hello guys, good day to everyone. The topic that we are going to discuss now is plasma arc welding. Coming to the point, what is plasma arc welding? The name itself suggests that it is a welding process and an arc is generated uh, in the process of welding. Then what is plasma arc welding? In this process of plasma arc welding, the heat is generated by an ionized gas jet called plasma, which is used for joining two metal pieces. Inert gas here used is ionized by an electric arc. The plasma arc is directed to the workpiece that is to be welded. Now, if I have a glance at the picture, you can find a tungsten electrode, shielding gas, plasma stream, base metal, and solidified weld metal along with molten weld metal. Here, the process is first the outermost part we have a nozzle in which shielding gas is present, and after the shielding gas, we have another nozzle which separates shielding gas from plasma gas. And after the plasma gas, we have a tungsten electrode in it, which is used as a filler rod and also acts as an electrode. Here, if we can observe it clearly, we can have two types of gases. One is a plasma gas and another is shielding gas. As told previously, the plasma gas is used for joining the metal pieces, whereas shielding gas is used to shield the arc from the environment. A tungsten electrode is placed vertically in the center of the gas chamber, which acts as a negative electrode. And a positive electrode is connected to 120 volts and 100 to 400 amps DC supply copper nozzle. That is to say, it acts as a positive supply. The electric supply is given, the arc is produced between tungsten electrode and the copper nozzle, which creates an arc. Argon gas is supplied through the arc, which acts as the plasma gas or shielding gas. And the point is, both the plasma gas and shielding gas are mostly plasma gas is used for generating the arc, and shielding gas is mostly the inert gas, which uh, avoids the contact of the environment with the arc, which prevents polluting the arc or allows the doesn't allow the foreign metal to get into the contact with the arc or the molten metal. Generally, the temperature used for producing this arc is 1500 degrees centigrade. The plasma arc is directed to the workpiece that is to be welded. The arc is generated and the workpiece is welded in the direction in which the tungsten electrode or the total torch or gun travels. Here we can find the direction of the travel of nozzle. The tungsten electrode it keeps generating the arc, and the base metal melts when the nozzle or the complete torch is travel in the direction in which the workpiece is to be welded. And then here it gets the metal becomes molten and then it gets solidified. And the filler rod may or may not be used at the time of welding. That depends on the material that melts, the quantity of the material that melts, and the quantity of the material that forms the uniformity. By the high heat, the metal at the joint gets melted and gets solidified and forms a perfect weld. And another stream of inert gas, helium, is supplied around the nozzle, as already showed, which acts as a shielding gas. This shielding gas plays a very key role from protecting the arc and welding the workpiece properly. And we have two types of plasma arc weldings. One is transfer type and the other one is non-transfer type. Transfer type is tungsten electrode is connected to the negative and workpiece connected to the positive. Electric arc is generated between electrode and the workpiece. Coming to the non-transfer type, power supply is connected with electrode and nozzle, which carries the same current. The ionizing is at high velocity gas streaming towards the workpiece. And now the demerits we have in this are short length welding. The one of the major demerits is plasma arc welding is short length welding. That means we can't weld the workpieces which are very long. And the second demerit we have is it affects the health of the operator of the plasma arc welding. It happens in this way because it generates UV and IR rays, which are highly harmful to the health, which are generated by the ionizing gas. While the plasma gas is ionized, UV and IR rays are generated, which harm the health of the operator. And The one more demerit is that it's too expensive. The merits we have in plasma arc welding is done with uniform penetration. That means the depth of the weld is uniform. The weld or the metal has uniform strength throughout the welded part, and welding is done without a filler rod. That the filler rod is not mandatory, so it is termed as more efficient, and the cost decreases here. And the arc stability is so good that it welds properly and the uniform penetration takes place. This is all about plasma arc welding. Thank you.